Mary and Martha. Come and eat. We're remembering Jesus going to Mary and Martha's, where there's just this weird mix of so much energy of Martha rushing around and Mary sat at Jesus' feet. What we want to look at, what does it mean to be a community that puts Jesus first, to sit at Jesus' feet and listen? So I think first of all we need to start with, how do we spend our time in the day? What do we do in the day? So hands up, what do you normally do every day? Yep. Eat food. Me, definitely. Yep. Eating, very important. Yep. Get dressed. That is also very, very important. Yes. Go to sleep. Yes, good to sleep as well. Back there. Go to school. Yes, we're going to school. We eat, we sleep, we get dressed. Go outside. Well done. That's very good to go outside. Yep. Work as well. Yes. Those who don't go to school, they might work, go to college. Brush your teeth. Well done. That is very important. Twice a day. So you see, we can spend loads of time doing lots of different things. So I know that I like to watch television in the evening. I do like to read some books. I like to play with my children. I love cooking. I just love spending time doing all those things. But what happens is I can end up filling my time a bit like Martha. Because you see, if you look at a clock, this one hasn't got a battery in. And you can either have it on your wall and it'll tell the time correctly twice a day, which is just me showing off. Or sometimes it can feel like you're going round and round. You're filling your clock with lots of different times. And before you know it, I don't know if it's just me, but this is a classic situation at home. It's 9:30. All the children are in bed. Not. One of them is in bed. Oh, well, actually, it's only 9:30, so I'll just watch that episode again. Oh, it's 10 to 10. Oh, well, actually, I've just remembered I need to do the kitchen. So that's already half an hour gone. But then it's just exhausting when we feel like we're pushing the time around, going round and round. Can you imagine doing this all day, every day? Because that is what we do. We spend time, and we need to ask, is it worth what we spend it on? So there's something more important than all the activities and the fun things that we do, and that is putting Jesus first. What does it mean to be a community, individuals that put Jesus first? What I find funny with the video is, I don't think Mary had nothing to do, and it was just Martha who had all the jobs. I think both of them probably had a lot to do. After all, it's Jesus. We know from the Gospels that Jesus, Mary, and Martha are good friends. Why would you not want to have a lovely meal? But as we saw in the video, she got so busy and so annoyed, especially at Mary, who sat at Jesus' feet to listen. But Mary knew that listening to Jesus was important. Mary knew taking that time out of all the busyness, which is a horrible word anyway, of life, it was important to spend time with Jesus. So how do we put Jesus first? And I was thinking, as I was thinking about the clock, it can be just as simple as when you take time to stop, find a battery, something charged up, and put it in the clock itself. Because then you can enjoy your day. We still have to brush our teeth, definitely. We still have to get dressed, definitely. We still need to eat, definitely, and go to school and work. But there's something about giving that time and that effort to knowing that Jesus is with us in that time too. We pause, recharge, and then that drives our day. How can you put Jesus first? How do people put Jesus first here? What do you do daily? Try to do daily, weekly, monthly, cards on the table, once a year. Nothing. Sabbath, well done. Taking that time out to be with Jesus, to listen. Yep. Pray, taking time to pray. read the Bible. I mean, there's many other things you can do, but they are three fundamentals of following Jesus. It's what we see Jesus doing as when we read about him. You see, we can always find ways to be busy, to fill our time. But we need to remember, like Mary, we spend time with Jesus. And the way we can do that wider, not just as on our own as individuals, is by joining the midweek groups. It's by nurturing those friendships we make at church where we can support each other in faith. You see, we realize in the story that is the right thing to do. That is what Jesus says. I have a story from a member of our youth. And it's just an example of being in your day, which is what happens, but seeing Jesus, seeing an opportunity there. And we have a member of our Rising Generations who has started basically like a food bank, a food collection point at his school. And I just think that is so wonderful because he goes to school every day. He sees the same building, probably the same people every day. But there's just something about being powered, charged up by Jesus because we spend time with him, which gives us the eyes to see where we can serve him and serve others. Putting Jesus first as individuals and as a community. Even now, it's a Sunday morning, the sun's coming out. You're putting Jesus first by being here, by worshiping together. An opportunity to become more aware of God's presence for when we gather. Not only during the connect time where we have the coffee and the brioche and it's all wonderful, God is here. But then we take time even more so to hone in, to focus. It's like moving a camera to focus on what God is doing and how he is with us.